Welcome back to episode 3. It is time to get in the van and start the build. First task of, well, kind of the only task for demolishing this van is getting rid of this plywood, I think it's marine plywood floor. So there's a couple steps to that. Number one is going to be removing this kind of all the trim pieces there. I don't know if you can kind of see that. And then the second step is going to be actually taking out the bolts that are bolting the plywood in. I don't actually have the right tools to do this. It's all star bits. I don't really have any of those. So I'm kind of jerry-rigging it, getting this trim off. Gonna just use an impact driver and then I'll check back in with you guys. I just discovered handy dandy little bike multi-tool. 9/16 is the right size for an Allen. You can just get in there, hopefully for all of them. 2 of them have already worked using this guy without getting a star bit. Don't spend that extra money. Try to use random tools you can find that you already have. Only got one out. This is gonna be a real challenge. Maybe you should actually buy a bit that would fit in your wrench or your impact driver. This is what it looks like once you get it all out. It all comes apart. I'll get back to you when I have them out. It's gonna be a journey. All right, bye. So I didn't get it on film, but you really need the right bit. It's a Torx bit. I borrowed one from Sean, a family friend. Thank you. Get the right bit, do the job right, but I was able to take the floor out. Okay, so let me kind of show you guys what my process is here for doing this cleaning. Wow, this light is really bright, but construction light, highly recommend for seeing everything. But basically all I'm doing, actually might be helpful, is going down kind of in these cracks down in here. First with, again, just rag with simple green and water, and just kind of scrubbing all of them. I just had some like weird grease and stuff down in there. And so scrubbing it down and then going back with a clean rag and just drying it all out because you don't want any residue sitting down in there for too long. And then that's where I'm gonna hit it with the Rust-Oleum spray paint just right along here, to make sure that these little ports where the plastic paneling from the outside comes in, make sure that no rust can form there. And then other than that, the floor here, I'll show you, is honestly in really good shape. I just kind of, again, simple greened it, and it all looks really nice. But I'm just gonna, again, hit like the wheel wells here where there's some paint that has chipped off with that Rust-Oleum stops rust black paint again. And then we should be set to go. I think the next step is gonna be getting some floor insulation in here. I did not actually update you guys last week when I cut all of these insulation pieces out, but I basically cut them all so they fit in the grooves of the floor so that I can put the factory plywood back on top and use that as my subfloor. So I know this isn't gonna be the perfect insulation because there are gaps, but I just wanted to put something down there, but not too much of a layer because I still need as much headroom as I can possibly get. I'm 6'2", and that's already kind of pushing it with the Sprinter vans. So I just wanted to make sure that I get as level of a floor as possible. So today I'm gonna go through, secure this foam down. The foam is, I believe, polyisocyanurate. Has a pretty good R value. I know, again, the R value is gonna be decreased because I cut it down into all these strips, but just doing what I can to get the floor done. Here we go. In the middle putting these guys down. Just finished the first tube. I go through it faster than I thought I would. I'm gonna have to run to Home Depot again. Also, listening to, you can probably hear it, the new Miley Cyrus album. So good. Everyone go listen to it. Okay, bye. All right, as you can see there, the floor has now all been glued in. Looks a little funny, but I think it's gonna be good. The next step is going to be taking the subfloor, which is actually the stock Mercedes marine plywood. It's actually really good quality. I've seen lots of things of people who don't use it and some people who do use it. I think it's a better choice to use it because it's better quality than plywood if I was gonna buy and recut and everything. And plus it's already cut for you, should fit easy. So the next step is gonna be throw that back in there, try to get it all bolted down, and see what happens. It has been a minute, but it's the first full weekend back on the van. The holidays are over, people are gone. We have time to get this stuff done. So let me show you where I'm at. I'm not sure where we last left off. I kind of have subfloor kind of done, but then I was frustrated with how it was. So I think you guys have saw, I cut insulation down the ribs, but that insulation was a 1/2 inch, which is slightly higher than the other ribs. So it's basically the subfloor is only being balanced on that foam insulation, and I didn't like that because I've watched a ton of these videos, and I can tell that over time that foam will get pushed down and then my floor will be kind of lumpy. So I need to fix that. So we have a solution for the floor problem. We got 1/4 inch plywood from Home Depot, and that fits perfectly on these kind of in-between spots next to the 1/2 inch foam insulation. So we cut that into strips and put that all in between, and that will create a nice firm floor. So the next step is to, construction adhesive that onto the van, and then we'll put the subfloor back on and screw it all in and call it good. And that's a wrap on video number 3. The subfloor went back in pretty freaking nicely. Next week, we will continue where we left off, moving the build up the walls, getting those going. But for now, I'm gonna try to get warm. I hope you guys had a warmer week than I did. Oh, and make sure to subscribe. Yep, I'll give you a chance here. Yeah, I need you to, yep. Okay, thank you. Okay, see you next time. So, start that. Oh, you know what? Where's the keys? I gotta unlock that. Let's get in here. So,